I came into nursing. I love the job. I love the profession. Not job. I don't call it job. It's a profession for me. Phobia is just an excessive fear. There's some minor medication that they can give you, that even when you confront with those situations again, you'll be able to manage it very well. Whenever you are saying what if, you will exhibit anxiety. The Bible says we should cast all our anxiety, all our fear into God's hand because He cares for us.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Wisdom for Exploits. With me, your host Bola Amure. Today we have an important topic we are discussing that affects many people, yet it's often misunderstood. Fear, phobias, and anxiety, the hidden cost of modern living. In today's fast-paced world, many people are dealing with worries, fear, stress, and anxiety. Some struggle silently with phobia that affects their work, relationship, and daily life. Yet, many do not know where to turn for help or even recognize the signs. Today, I have with me a mental health nurse, Adenike Olutola, who will share professionally insights and practical advice and way we can better support ourselves and others. Welcome to this talk show, Miss Adenike Olutola. How are you faring, ma?
I'm fine, thank you, ma. I'm a mental health nurse. I've been practicing for now over 2 decades, and I'm happy to be here today. That's a little bit about me.
Okay, we still need to know more about you. So, as I said, today we're focusing on fear, phobias, and anxiety, the hidden cost of modern living. Before I go to my first question, can you just tell us what impacted you to pursue a career in mental health?
Okay, thank you so much. I want to start by giving you 2 scenarios that happened that made me say no way. I came into nursing. I love the job. I love the profession. Not job. I don't call it job. It's a profession for me, and it's a calling because every of us, we have calling. So nursing is a calling for me. So my early life, there's a particular incident in the world. I prepared this guy to go into theater. He walked in by himself to the hospital and he went to theater. Few minutes after, they called out that the guy has passed. I was like, just like that, is it possible for somebody to just come into the hospital within few minutes? And they said there was some complications. And another incident too, we put a guy on dialysis. I haven't collected all the necessary data about the blood PCV and co. And within few minutes, thank God there was a particular experienced nurse on duty that day. We resuscitated him. So I was now wondering that the high mortality rate in physical settings is not something I can bear, being an emotional individual. So during our orientation, we were sent to Haro in Nigeria. It's a mental health institution. I saw the settings. I saw the kind of people we are managing there. I fell in love in taking care of mentally ill individual because I know there's reduced mortality rate, and at the end of the day, the person that is coming to the hospital abusing you, before you know it, they become your friends. And so that's it for me. I just love mental health because I don't think I can do any other specialty more than that. So that's it for me.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's a good one. Okay, as I said, today we're going to focus on fear, phobia, and anxiety, the hidden cost of modern living.
Okay.
So my first question is, what is the difference between everyday stress, anxiety, and a full-blown phobia? Where does one end and the other begins?
Okay. That question is like it's having a lot of babies in it.
It's a lot of stress.
I will try to do justice to it. Let's start from the stress perspective. You say somebody is undergoing stress. Stress is just a normal response to day-to-day life. If you
Mm.
wake up early, you go to work. When you are coming back, maybe you are driving down, there is tendency to just exhibit some anger, or you feel overwhelmed.
Mm.
That's stress, because you have been working since morning and the body will be telling you that you need to rest. That's normal. But when you talk about anxiety is like opposite of depression. In depression, some people are so anxious about what has happened in the past. So they started feel regret, they are feeling overwhelmed, they cannot cope. They but when you are talking about anxiety, like I said, it's a opposite of depression.
Depression.
You are thinking of what if, God forbid, some people they'll be thinking, what if my child go out without coming in? What if I lose my job? Before you know it, people start exhibiting what they don't supposed to exhibit. Fear of unknown, fear of future.
Mm.
They started exhibiting what they don't so be having palpitation. We still go into some of the symptoms, but that's the fear of unknown is the major cause of anxiety. Some people, like me too, recently, I just want to use that as an example under anxiety. I was just thinking that, okay, now we are learning AI. What will happen in the next 10 years when there's no AI again? I started ruminating about it. But being a mental health nurse, I called myself into order that what is my own concerning evolution of AI. If
Mm.
there's no
Mm.
AI again, definitely there will be something again, and I will be able to cope. So I should not bother my head about what will happen in the future. Some people, at a point, I called myself into order and I
Mm.
move on. Some people, they will not do that. Every day of their life, what, there will not be AI now? What if AI should take up my job? What will become of me? They will start, before you know it, they will be sweating, they won't be able to sleep at night, and all those symptoms will follow. Then the
Mm.
last one is phobia.
Mm.
Phobia is just an excessive fear of either items, animals, place, or things. Let me just use now to explain phobia. In phobia, there's a particular, I'm just taking an item. So the excessive fear, I can fear maybe when there's no light now, they take off light. I can get anxious, like what happened? I can put my mind away from it. But some people, because they just take off light, they will become so anxious
Mm.
about that situation or place or person. So that's just the difference between the three.
When you mention anxiety about this issue of AI,
Mm,
I was thinking about a few days ago.
wow.
Yeah, exactly what you just said now. And I was saying to myself that, okay, wait a minute. Now everybody is doing AI.
Mm,
We don't even know, even to recognize a real video now with somebody voice. And you know
mm-hmm,
what? Somebody called me yesterday. I was driving and somebody called me. He said it's from one of our group.
mm,
It's from one of our group. And he mentioned the name. He said Pastor Grace or something. And
mm.
I was like, which of the Grace? I know so many Pastor Grace.
Okay.
And he was using exactly that voice. And I was like, then when he's not saying me call this now, he said, so you didn't see the flyer about prayer and all that. I said, which flyer?
Mm.
And he was a scammer.
Wow.
And that person was not even using the voice of the woman. But what am I trying to say is I've been thinking about this AI, because even AI, people can scam people with your voice and all that stuff. Then I was thinking, I said, okay, let's say, wait a minute, how is this AI going to end? Because it was something trending before AI. Now AI is trending now. So after AI. So anyway, I didn't allow anxiety to do, because that is life. Life there will always be a future. Because somebody will say, oh, in our own time we don't do this, and our children now, we don't know how their future is going to be. Their future is in God's hands. So we should
Exactly.
not worry. Then about phobia, I say excessive fear.
Mm,
Does it mean this phobia of a thing, can
mm.
we relate it to something that has been from the childhood?
Yes, phobia can start as childhood. If it's not properly managed, one
Okay.
can take it to the adulthood. But ability to manage it Why let's assume, and there's so many ways to manage it. In our time, or from where I came from, Nigeria, when somebody is exhibiting phobia, what our mothers do then, which is reasonable to some level, to some degree, and we are still using that system now. It's like confrontation.
Okay.
So they will bring that object, they will let the girl or the child sit down. Okay, why are you so fearful of this cat or something? They will put that cat beside that individual. I didn't say we should do it now, because that can result into what we don't know. We can only do that when there is professional people around. So they have some measure that they are using in olden days to solve phobia. But if you have somebody beside you that is exhibiting some level of phobia, it's better to tell your doctor or psychiatrist so they will know what to do. So that's
What
what
about
I can
people
say.
that have the phobia of height or phobia of speed? Like you're driving and you don't like speed?
Exactly. There are some medication. Here, I'm not here to tell anybody, go and do this, go and do that. What I will tell you is that, number one, don't keep quiet if you know that you are having phobia or excessive anxiety, even stress. Sometimes if you know you cannot manage it with ordinary paracetamol, or you sleep, you wake up, you feel normal, please see your GP. Let somebody help you out and speak out. Do that in silence, please. So what I'm saying is that if somebody is exhibiting some level of fear before driving or something like that, tell your doctor. There's some minor medication that they can give you, that even when you confront with those situations again, you'll be able to manage it very well.
How do I know the difference that, okay, is it anxiety that I'm exhibiting or is it phobia I'm exhibiting?
Okay, I will use myself. So what happened to me some times ago, I went to learn bicycle. So my first day there, the guy just told us that climb this bicycle, raise your leg 2-3 times, speed will help you to do it. Before you know it, I didn't even climb that bicycle. I started exhibiting some level of anxiety. And the fear was because I had the history of incident of accident. I broke one of my arm. So I have to wait like 3 months, 6 months. So during those process, my mind was just on that incident. And my mind was just telling me that what if, whenever you are saying what if, you will exhibit anxiety. It's not that you are seeing what is making you being anxious, or there's object or situation around. I know there's situation, but you are just saying, what if the situation repeats itself? What if I lose my job? What if? Before you know it, I was shaking, literally shaking that day. The guy said, climb it now. Can't you see your people, other people doing it? I was just telling myself, what if? What if? And before you know it, I couldn't achieve anything that particular day. And I left. But in phobia, the same bicycle, if you take that person to that place 20 times, the person will just be saying, seeing this bicycle alone is making me get anxious. So you get it. There's a situation at hand, but in anxiety, you're just saying, what if this happen? How can I cope? So that's just that's the little way I can explain it to.
Oh, that's good.
And then another thing that can add is that when they remove the object in phobia, the person become normal. The person the whole situation, the hormone and everything that is on high level will come down. But in anxiety, the more the person thinks about it, what if you will see that the BP will be going, the palpitation, sweating and everything will be happening. So that's just the major difference between the two.
Okay, that's fine. So, as a mental health nurse, are you seeing more people struggling with fear and anxiety today than ever before?
Yes, I will still go back to the issue of AI.
Okay.
And some people, our youth, when before we came into this program, I myself, I was discussing with you that the youth of nowadays, there's a lot of comparison out there, because the world is social, what they call one community now. There's a lot of information out there. But what I want our youth to know is that before somebody put out 2 minute video, the person have done underground work, like I don't know how many days before putting it there. So that is not a real person that you are seeing. So comparing yourself with such an individual, comparing yourself with that celebrity is not good. And the Bible says those that compare themselves with themselves, they are not wise. So as children of God, I want us to be wise. Don't compare, because of comparison. You will see some people, my friends, we came to this country together. For we immigrants, you start comparing yourself. So how is my life like this? How is my children? No, you don't. The Bible says we should cast all our anxiety, all our fear into God's hand, because He cares for us. The level of comparison, we should just reduce it. We should not compare ourselves with other people. And overconsumption, I'm still going back to social media. You see some people from morning till evening. In fact, when you take their phone away from them, it can lead to some other things, because they just want to be on phone. And what are they consuming? The overload of the information sometimes is not good for you. Somebody like me, I have many channels, and I don't think I've even visited any of it today till evening when I want to post. And if I'm going to any of the social media, know the specific information you are going in there for. Don't overload yourself with unnecessary things. Spend some times with the Word of God. Read novel, watch movie that you know that will benefit you. Down overconsumption, comparison over there. So I think with that should help us out, honestly.
You see, with that social media you mentioned, that's the good one. I know we're coming to the social media question as well. Because social media, it has turned so many people to something else.
Exactly.
And thank God now, because people that are pretending, putting a fake life out there, things that are not real, they are painting it as real. And other people are consuming it, comparing themselves, weighing them down, and get depressed. They get anxious.
Yes.
About so many things. And now they
are fake.
The same people that are showing all these things that are making you to feel anxious. Now come back and say, no, it's not real. A friend of mine was telling me, was it early last year, that there is this couple, the lady, she went on social media and she was showing all the wonderful houses, all the cars the husband bought for her. And few down the lane, I think before the end of the year, something happened. The marriage got an issue. They have an issue in their marriage. Yeah, they have an issue in their marriage. And guess what? The lady now went back on social media and said, you know what? All those things I'm showing is not real. It's me that bought my money. Is not my husband. And some people that have husband that is not buying that for them, they put problem in their marriage. So that's very true.
Yes, ma'am.
Can someone develop a phobia as an adult with no childhood trauma? So like an adult now developing a phobia, but they've never had a childhood trauma.
Yes, it's very possible. Okay. It's very possible. I will still use myself as a good example of this.
That's a good one. You see yourself.
Yeah. I've been driving in Nigeria for years before coming here. Okay. Recently, I was given a key just to turn on a good roundabout like this. No incoming vehicle, nothing. I'm still telling myself till now that I don't think I can drive in this country. And that fear was not there in Nigeria. But what contributes to my fear now? Number one, the type of society I am. There's something I can get away with in Nigeria. But I know down inside me that if I should make a mistake, there will be some stamp on my on
Nonsense.
or collected register hair or nonsense. So because of that, I don't know, I was just shaking. My hand was just and my husband was like, why are you like this? Are you not the one that normally pick up children from school, take them to school then? So what now happened? I said, no. Based on the level of information that I have now, that's something I know that I cannot just go away with. As a result of that, I want to use that to tell you that some people, based on their background, where they come from, they may not have some anxiety or phobia. But because of
The environment they find themselves.
environmental factors, they can develop anxiety or phobia. Like height too. Maybe where you come from, you normally jump around, but because you are in a new system, you are in a new society, you may no, if I should do this, it may result into this. So fear can come as a result of that, and normal fear is okay. Like somebody preparing for exam now, if you don't have some level of anxiety or fear in you, you will not read for that exam. But the issue now is when there's no more exam and you're still having palpitation over what you don't suppose to. So that's why there's phobia. We now say, okay, this is excessive one. This is phobia. Phobia is just excessive fear.
What does anxiety physically do to the body that most people do not realize?
Okay. I will take us a bit into the issue of neurotransmitters. When body perceive that there is this is fear, there are some hormone in the body that come into play. They call them flight and fight hormone. They maybe, let's assume that snake enter into this room now. Normally I cannot jump through the window, but as a result of flight and fight hormones and the body response, I'll be able to fight. What happened? Because there's high level of glucose in my system, there is dilation of blood vessel, a lot of things in the body. Because I'm seeing a danger, the body needs to respond in order for me to escape. But immediately after, let's assume that I'm not seeing that snake again, my body will naturally come back to its normal functioning state. But in anxiety or excessive phobia, the body will not recognize that it's supposed to come back to normal. It will continue like that, and it will have effect on all the internal organ. The brain will be thinking, oh, that don't let me even go to the brain first, let me go to the heart. The heart will start pumping blood excessively. You'll be exhibiting palpitation. Some people heart attack as a result of that. Some people sweating, a lot of things. And when there is a lot of all this, even to breathe, you see some people, because of phobia, they will have cessation in breathing, and it can result into death. They will say, oh, can't they kuni? So they've just died like that unnecessarily because of fear. But there are some treatment for anybody going through phobia. There's physical treatment, there's psychiatric treatment, a lot of treatment, but I will not recommend any of that on this channel. If you are going through maybe 2-3 days, you cannot sleep, please call your GP, call 911. They will attend to you, they will support you, they will take history, and they will give you medication, and your system, everything will come to normal. But if you cannot do that, God forbid, it will result into some complications. And I don't want to use myself as an example again, because I have a lot of example with myself. But let me add this one. My first pregnancy some years ago, I lost it. So then there was no issue. But when I took in the second time, I started exhibiting some level of fear that what if, I told you the answer here is, or what if this situation repeats itself? What if, as a result of that, my BP started going up. In fact, I nearly go into something else before they bring out the baby. Until today, I'm still on medication as a result of fear of unknown. because when somebody is exhibiting stress, it's fear of unknown, what if, and it can result into some damages in our system. So we should try to just calm down, and focus on one thing at a time. So
Wow,
that's
that's a very good one. That's a very good one, because every time I've seen people that, you see, this issue of anxiety is a big deal, because any little thing, even some people, nothing is chasing them, but any little thing, even spider,
yes, now that's phobia.
ordinary spider. Social media show us a perfect world. What is that doing to our mental health behind the screen? Behind the scene? Because we mentioned that people should don't consume so much. So I just want you to throw more light into that.
Okay.
You understand? No, so many things on social media people consume, then you start comparing yourself to yourself. So I want you to throw more light into this one now.
Well, there's nothing so much to say because we have nearly, in fact, said everything about social media.
Social media is broad.
Yes, and there's a lot of over information on social media.
That's it.
But as individual, before now too, I'm not being intentional about my life. But mental health taught me that I have to be intentional about myself. If you are there that you are listening to me at this moment, I want you to be intentional about your health. And what make up an individual is physical, social, mental makeup, and all those things. And anything that affect any part of your being, it will affect the totality of you. I will now take it back to social media. Maybe you wake up early in the morning, you are having good energy after having your quiet time, if you are Christian or anything, and you plan your day. Me are going to some news. Like me, I don't listen to news because my husband will say, news, you will not see something sweet. It's something that will make you get anxious or I'll spoil your day for you. Me are listening to news alone that maybe 20,000 people died, there's kidnapper in, it can ruin your day for you. But be intentional that news, I didn't say nobody should listen to news, but anything that you are going to listen to or you are going to watch that you know that it will cause some level of anxiety, please don't watch it. There's a particular pastor that was saying it. He said, I know my age, but when it comes to visiting social media, I'm underage. I'm just 8 years old. So if you know that you are 8 years old and you want to go to social media, you will limit yourself on what to watch, decide to go, what to listen to, because you are seeing yourself as a baby. Be intentional about what you want to watch, where you want to go, and I think with that, with being intentional, we actually help you to consume all this on fake news, even if it's real. There's a particular day I came across one white lady. She was telling me that Adi Bin is now that she wants to give birth, that she will not even give birth to any baby. I was now asking her that what happened. She said she just watched news yesterday that they said there will be famine. What if I give birth to baby that she will not see food to eat tomorrow? What if? As a result of their hair, what if? So all those what if used to create unnecessary anxiety.
Why are more young adults being diagnosed with anxiety
now than before,
than previous generation?
I will still go back to the issue of internet. Internet is very good.
Internet as well, but what about peer pressure?
We will get there. In the olden days, there's peer pressure.
Yeah, no, there's peer pressure too in the previous generation.
There's peer pressure now. But there's a lot of things. And let me say, people are living fake life. That's why I'm still referring to social media.
Mhm.
You just meet people on social media. You don't know what the totality of this individual, and you start comparing your life with that.
Mhm.
Social media is there. The upbringing now is very, 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 very important.
Mhm.
Like my husband will say, that is what you have that you give. If you see a child that is misbehaving, we say go and look at the parent.
Mm.
So what is our parents? Some parents are putting pressure on their children. So that can even increase anxiety in children. See your this thing at the age of this, so you should be able to meet up with this standard. At the age of this, you should be able to all those. So the issue of children, of our youth having a lot of anxiety. Society play very, very important. The issue of society is the social media. Their friends, their family, they have the impact in that. You are in
Mm.
class, then fake like life is so important. Because we recently, I went to library here in Exeter. When I saw the degree at which the white people are reading, I was thrown off balance. Gadget is okay, AI is okay, but the all of them, they put their phone by their the way they are reading. I was like, wow, that's why you cannot beat British education. But we that we came from Africa, because we see few of them on social media maybe misbehaving, we think that white people, they are misbehaving, let me start misbehaving. No, our parents have significant impact, a lot of work to do when it comes to all this. And fake life, I will keep on saying fake life, social media, there's no way I will rule out that factor in creating unnecessary anxieties. So that's that, ma.
Okay, thank you. Regarding
It's,
the upbringing, yeah,
mm,
is that parents are putting pressure on their children. Anyway, I don't know much, but these days, I think the older generation, they are the more that put more pressure on children than this present generation, because this present generation, parents try to encourage their kids more. Anyway, I'll say, to me, let me compare myself now. If I want to compare myself with the pressure, I would say for my own upbringing, I think
okay.
there are more pressure than
Yeah,
say,
okay.
okay, oh, all your friends have gotten a job, all your
Not too
friends are
sure.
doing this, or even in marriage.
Mm.
I remember when my mom used to come and said, "Oh, when are you going to get married?" They
Mm-hmm.
said, your friend just got married 2 days ago.
Wow.
And last week, you remember your friend that you went to secondary school together, he got married. I know they mean well, you understand, but what I'm trying to say is that, but these days, maybe some parents do, I don't know, but I think from the older generation, the pressure is more. They compare you a lot, and maybe some parents do, because for me, for my
Yeah.
children, I don't do comparison.
Yeah, you are talking from your own
So
perspective
maybe for my
and the
own
level
example,
of your enlightenment. Yeah, so
because
you are not
it's not
doing
a
it.
good
Yeah.
thing. It's not a good thing on mental. You
Mm.
can encourage them, the young adult one. You can encourage your young people. You can encourage them
Mm.
and say, you know what? I think you have this talent. You can do well. You can do this. It's just to guide. And I think some
Yeah.
parents are learning, because when you go back to where you coming from,
Yeah.
the
I
pressure,
understand what you are saying, honestly.
can fear anxiety be completely cured, or is it
Yes,
about learning to manage it?
it can totally be cured. It can
Okay.
totally be cured. What comprises in psychiatry, we call something like multidimensional approach to any condition.
Mm.
So let's start from home. If you know that this child maybe is afraid of crocodile or anything,
Mm.
don't don't increase that level of anxiety by bringing that item or that situation to the show some level of love.
Mm.
Put yourself in the position of that individual. The person that is telling you that I'm scared of this is not joking. It's actually mean the business. So show some level of love. Then when it comes to hospital, There's something that we call medication the pharmaceutical side of it. So after the medication, I won't mention the name of medication because I don't want people to hear. Then we have something called cognitive approach. Here they will teach the individual how to cope with it. Okay, next time when you say this is the way that you should react to this situation. Dog in this country is no way for me. When dogs are coming, I'm finding another level. Because of my mentality in Nigeria, we use dogs as a guide. We don't use them as a pet. Not until one day, one white guy just sit me down and start explaining that the situation in this country, dogs are friendly. They are like human being. You can touch them. You can do this. Initially, I was exhibiting some level of phobia, but now I have another perspective in dealing with dogs. When I say dogs, so something like that in phobia, in the hospital, not at home, they know what the level, how to approach the hand, so what to do, how to talk the person out of it, medication to give. Some people, they don't even need medication, just they need somebody to listen to them. And they will come out of it. So it's better not to do self-medication. Let me put it that way. Seek your doctor, see a professional. So, and God will help us in Jesus' name.
Amen. So what is one practical thing every person watching can do today to protect their mental health from the pressures of modern living?
Oh my God. I will go back. Number one, be intentional about your life. Know and be selfish about it. Know that your life first. Your life first. Number two, good nutrition is very, very important. You cannot just say because of fast food, fast microwave, fast everything, and you eat carelessly. We are what we eat. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Then good sleep is very important. At least 6 to 8 hours per day. I know because of the prayer of I want to take extra shifts, I want to do this. Please, I say something. Be intentional about your health and be selfish about it. Sleep very well. Take time for vacation. Before, I don't believe in vacation before coming to this country. But now, it's not expensive one. Take time out. Enjoy life. I met a 80-year-old woman recently. He was telling me the difference between being a human being or being a woman doing. Are you a woman doing or you a woman being? It's not 24 hours doing. You have to pause a bit to be a woman being. Take some exercise, take yourself out, enjoy the money you are making. All these factors, they know your limit. Everybody are taking loan to buy iPhone. You don't need it. What you know you cannot afford, don't go for it. Some people, as a result of debt or something, they cannot sleep peacefully. So know your limit. And if you have a little thing that is worrying you or of your concern, speak out. Have somebody that you can talk to. Have somebody that you know, if I talk to this person, or you talk to professionals, especially women in abuse, because that's my core area, but we are not talking about that today. So women, they die in abusive marriage as a result of what we society say. No, you don't do that. Talk to someone. So with all these factors together, I think you'll be fine.
Wow, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing your knowledge and experience on this important subject. Today's discussion has reminded us that fear, anxiety, and phobias are real challenges that many people face, but they do not have to face them alone. Understanding the signs, seeking support, taking practical steps towards better mental health can make a significant difference. To everyone watching, if this conversation has helped you, please share with someone that will benefit from our discussion. Thank you for watching Wisdom for Exploit. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Until next time, stay informed, stay encouraged, and remain blessed. And to my
Amen.
wonderful guests, thank you so much
Thank you
for
for
joining
having
me
me.
today.